Hi everyone. In this video, you'll see how to create local holdings records for serials in WorldShare Acquisitions. You can use this workflow to add holdings for complete volumes or to add back issues that you may have received. This is done on the Copies screen in WorldShare Acquisitions. If you have a current print subscription and you want to track and claim issues, as well as bind issues later, you'll need to do this on the Issues screen in WorldShare Acquisitions. We also have a video on this workflow called Serials Issues Management, which you can find with the other acquisitions training videos. So let's say I have two volumes of the American Journal of Mathematics, volume 144 and 145 for 2022 and 2023, and I want to add these to my main branch, Main Periodicals collection. After logging into WorldShare, I've selected Acquisitions, and then I'll go to Discover Items to search WorldCat for a bibliographic record for my serial's title. Since I have an ISSN, I'm going to select the ISSN index, and then I'll enter the ISSN in the terms box. And then I'll click on search, or I can just click enter on my keyboard. And my search results in 55 records. To refine the search results, I'll use the facets on the left. I'm going to select English for the language of cataloging. And now you can see my results list just has 22 records. I can see that the first record is a full level record and the publication information matches the title I have. And 506 libraries have used this record to add their holdings. If I hover over the blue eye, you can see some additional bibliographic information. If I wanted to see the full record, I can also click View, Edit Metadata, and the record would open in Record Manager. But let's say I've determined this is the record that I want to use. So to get started adding my holdings, I'll click on the title. This takes me to the Issues screen, which is used for current subscriptions. But since I'm just adding holdings for the two back volumes I have, and not for a current subscription, I need to go to the Copies screen. So I'll click on Copies on the top right here. And then to get started adding the holdings for my two volumes, I need to click on Add Copy. Note that this is only for adding the copy information for serials, and it should not be used for adding a copy of a monograph. On the Add New Copy screen, I need to enter the information that's common for both of the volumes that I have, and that includes audience level, shelving locations, and a call number if I use them for my serials. And then I'll need to add the more specific information for each volume, including volume numbers and barcodes, on the following screen. So for audience level, I'll leave this set to all users, which is my default. The other options would be if I want to restrict who can view my holdings. So I could select my library's users, my authenticated users, or my library staff. Next, I'll add the locations and the call number. Since I'm going to keep these volumes at my main branch, I'll leave it set to that. And then I'll click on the drop-down to select the shelving location. And I'll select the main periodicals for my shelving location. Then I'll click on the call number drop-down, and I'll select Library of Congress for my call number scheme. The classification and cutter numbers are populated from the bibliographic record. Since my library is profiled for Library of Congress classification, the system will look for a call number in the 050 of the bibliographic record. However, I can click in the text box and edit the classification number or the cutter if I need to. Next, I'm going to click on Check Duplicate Call Number on the top right here, and the system responds, no duplicate call number was found. The copy number will automatically be populated by the system. And next, I'm going to click on the Receipt Status drop-down, and I'm going to select Not Currently Received, since I only have the two volumes that I'm adding at this point. Optionally, I could add a public note or a staff note, or both, by using the drop-down here. If I wanted to add an additional note, I could use the green circle here to add another note. Now I'm ready to click on Add Copy. And the system responds, saved successfully. The copy information with the locations and the call number comes back in display format. If I need to change anything, I could click on Edit Copy. Otherwise, I need to go back to the Copy screen to start adding the two volumes. So to go back to the Copy screen, I'll click on the title. Here you can see the copy information I just added with the branch location and the call number. To add a volume, I'll click on Receive Item. Now on the Add New Serial Item screen, I'll add the specific information for my first volume, which is volume 144. You can see the branch and the call number are populated from the copy information. So to start, I'll add a barcode that I'm going to use for volume 144. I'll leave the category set to basic, since it's just a basic unit, a volume, not an index or supplementary material. And next, I'm going to add the enumeration and chronology captions. These would be in the 853 field of the MARC local holdings record. So I'll click the enumeration caption text box, and I'm going to enter V period for the caption for the enumeration. And then I'll click on the chronology caption text box, and I'm going to enter YEAR year in parentheses. By using the parentheses around the word year, the actual word year doesn't display, but the value that I'll enter for the year will display. So next I'll add the value for the enumeration and chronology. So for the value for the enumeration, I'll enter 144 for volume 144. And for the value for chronology, I'm going to enter 2022 for the year for that volume. Optionally, I could add costs or notes. Otherwise, I'm ready to click on Add Serial Item. And the system, again, responds saved successfully. To add my second volume, I'll need to go back again to the copy screen. So I'll click on the title. And here on the copy screen, I can see for the main branch periodical shelving location, I now have volume 144, 2022. To add my next volume, I need to again click on Receive Item for the main branch periodicals location. This takes me back to the Add Serial Item screen, and you can see my copy information, and I also have the captions for enumeration and chronology saved from when I added the first volume. So I'll add the barcode that I'm going to put on volume 145. Again, this is a basic bibliographic unit for the category. Here's my caption for my enumeration, and I'll add the value 145. For chronology, for the value, I'll add 2023. And then I'll click on Add Serial Item. I'll click the title again to go back to the copy screen. And now you can see the two volumes, 144 and 145 for 2022 and 2023 that I've added. I now want to edit the summary statement for this journal so it's clear for any Discovery users and for interlibrary loan exactly what my holdings are. So I need to go to the full bibliographic record in Record Manager to edit the summary holding statement. So I'm going to click on the search in my history on the left. And you can see the first record here is the record that I've just added my holdings for. You can see it now says that it is held by my library. You can also see there is one local holdings record for this. To go to the full bibliographic record in Record Manager, I'll click View, Edit, Metadata. Next, I'll scroll to the bottom of the record. And here you can see the local holdings record that I've just created. And if I click on it, you would see the local holdings record in MARC format. And here are the two volumes that I added in the 863 fields, 144 and 145. In the 853 field, you can see the captions that I added. Now I have to go back to the bibliographic record to edit my summary statement. So I'm going to click on the bibliographic record number and again scroll down. And you can see by default, my summary statement says local holdings available. And I want to change that to specifically indicate what my holdings are. Now I can edit this by simply clicking in the text box and typing my summary statement, or I can use the Build Automated Summary tool, and the system will suggest a summary based on the attached local holdings records. Keep in mind that if you add or delete holdings, you'll sometimes need to come back here and update the summary statement. So I'm going to click on Build Automated Summary. And the system responds with the summary service description, volume 144, 2022, volume 145, 2023. This looks accurate to me, so I'll click on Use Summary Service. And now, if I needed to further edit the summary, I could just type in the text box. Otherwise, I need to click on Save. And the system responds, updated the LHR summary data. Now I want to view this title in Discovery. So I'm going to click the Record menu drop-down and select View in WorldCat Discovery. And here is my title, American Journal of Mathematics, with the summary statement I created, and the holdings for the 2 volumes are below that. If you have questions about adding holdings for serials, please go to help.oclc.org for documentation and additional training. You can also click Contact OCLC Support at the top right, or go to oc.lc/support for contact information for support in your region.